So yesterday, President Zelensky of Ukraine came to the White House and met with President Donald Trump, Vice President J.D. Vance, and cabinet members in the Oval Office, right? And obviously, if you've watched more than mainstream news, especially if you've watched the entire meeting with the two of them, which is very easily found on YouTube and other places on Rumble, you would see that it did not go well in the end for Zelensky. And I'm hearing today, listening to Breitbart News Saturday with Matt Boyle, I think his name is, and I heard yesterday as well, listening to some of the pundits talking about it. They're all blaming Trump. They're saying Trump and J.D. Vance were an embarrassment, whatever. No, wrong. You're wrong, okay? I don't think that you people, and I'm speaking to the left at this point, you don't recognize real leadership because you haven't had a leader in the White House for so long. We've had a clown puppet loser president for 4 years with Joe Biden that we actually forgot what it means to have a true leader. And even before that, I mean, other than President Trump in his first term, how many presidents since Ronald Reagan could you say were actual true leaders? I mean, you know, George W. Bush might have had a few good moments, but he's obviously a neocon, a rhino, whatever you want to call him. I'm telling you now, the Democrats in this country are absolute morons. Like, there's just there's no nice way to put it. You are completely lost. You have no idea, because you, as an outside dignitary, if you want to, and I really don't want to apply that term to Volodymyr Zelensky, because this guy is a despot. He's trash. He's complete trash. The man is not a good man. In fact, he's not even supposed to be in leadership anymore. They suspended elections because of the war. Can you believe it? I mean, his term ended in 2024. So this guy shouldn't even be in office anymore. But here he is coming over here on his Please Give Me More Money tour, which he did with Biden so many times over the last 3 years. And of course, they had their little happy meeting in the White House and shook hands and smiled in for the cameras. This guy comes over here dressed like Fidel Castro from the 1960s with his military sweater and his khaki pants. He doesn't put on a suit out of respect and a tie for coming into the most high office of the United States and one of the most powerful offices of any country in the world, the White House. You're coming over here asking for something. Show some respect. That's number one. Number two, the manner for which he spoke to President Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance, who I'm, by the way, very proud of, because President Trump let J.D. Vance do some talking there. He just sat quietly and he let the Vice President interject some things. And what J.D. Vance said was right on the mark. Speaking to Zelensky, you are not thankful for what this country has done. We've given you billions of dollars under, as President Trump called him, and I will second it, a moron president, an idiot, Joe Biden, just passing out money. I still am absolutely convinced that the Biden family got a piece of that back. Zelensky and his wife are buying new cars and new houses and new clothes and. I mean, these people are corrupt. They're garbage. And now he's holding on to power. So all these people in the United States are always saying, oh, you know, President Trump, he's not going to want to leave the White House in 2028. He's going to want to hold on to power. They said it during his first term too, but he left when his term was up. But all these people, oh, we got to protect democracy, right? So these are the same people waving these blue and yellow flags saying, oh, we got to stand with Ukraine. By the way, the same people in our country, I'm talking about Americans now, who put these Ukrainian flags on their cars and on their houses. They would never dream of putting an American flag on either. But they'll fly the Ukrainian flag all over their property, all over their clothing. Stand with Ukraine, that's the catchphrase. That's the in thing, the virtue signaling of the left. So I am absolutely embarrassed for our nation by people like Mark Kelly, who from Arizona. I mean, this guy is a senator. I mean, I don't know. The guy is so off base. How Mark Kelly, tell me, how do you not understand that Donald Trump was being a president yesterday and looking out for the interest of the country which elected him, right? He was standing with America first, as we elected him to do, as every president of the United States, by the way, should do. The Ukrainian president should put Ukraine first. The Russian president should put Russia first, which, by the way, he does. You may not agree with his methods, and I don't think he's a good man, but Putin does put his country first. President Trump puts America first, and that's what we need and want in this country. I'm so sick and tired of people like Joe Biden and Barack Obama and other presidents of the past who have come on the stage and said, oh, we must apologize to the world for America being so great and whatever. No, stop apologizing for the United States of America. It's time that we put a powerful front, and we are now doing that with Donald Trump in the White House, and we are respected more now. Well, we're respected, period, for the first time again since President Trump left office, because I don't care what you say, you will never convince me that we were respected by any world leader during the time Joe Biden was in office. We were a laughingstock. So I'm sick and tired of liberals telling me what's happening when I can see it with my own eyes. They work, okay? So shut your pie holes. I'm so sick of all these pundits coming on these news channels. By the way, CNN, nobody watches you. MSNBC, you're done. You're trash. Joyless Reed is gone. That Rachel Madcow needs to be gone. I could go on and on and on. But Volodymyr Zelensky is not a saint, and he should not be celebrated. If the people in Ukraine were smart, which some of them are, they will call for his removal, and they will call for immediate elections to be held. But we are not going to write endless checks for you to continue this war. Volodymyr Zelensky does not want peace. Volodymyr Zelensky is not ready to come to the table and speak with President Trump and J.D. Vance and Marco Rubio about a plan that would ensure peace. Putin is ready. Putin is willing to speak with President Trump. President Trump is being a mediator. He's being a disinterested third party here. Joe Biden couldn't do that because Joe Biden was too busy giving money to Ukraine. It is not our responsibility to give billions and billions of my money and your money as U.S. taxpayers to other countries to fight wars against countries like Russia. Okay? I don't care if you like that. That is a fact. This needs to end. Our involvement in it needs to end. We need to come to an amicable agreement that works for both Ukraine and Russia. And yes, that means Russia gets some of the territory from Ukraine back. Then so be it. I don't care. This needs to stop. And Ukraine needs to elect a leader. And it needs to be someone other than Volodymyr Zelensky. This guy is giving Napoleon vibes. He just wants to go and attack everyone and do everything and walk around and say, please give me money. Now he's going to the UK. Enough. Okay? You come back to the United States again, you better be ready to apologize to President Trump, apologize to Vice President J.D. Vance, and you better be ready to sign the agreement. You had no intention, Volodymyr Zelensky, of coming to the United States yesterday and doing any of the above. You were not ready. In my opinion, you're trash. You're garbage. I have no respect for Volodymyr Zelensky. I do care about the Ukrainian people, the ones that are not corrupt, But I'm telling you now, at the end of the day, President Trump is right. What we need is peace. Peace comes from negotiations, and peace comes from sitting down and talking and figuring out, why did this war start? Well, the war started because Joe Biden was in office and he encouraged it. He did nothing to stop it. It should have never happened, and it would have never happened if Donald Trump was in office, as he should have been in 2022, 2021, 2023, and 2024. But that's a separate argument. At the end of the day, I stand with my country first, America first. President Trump did absolutely what a president should do yesterday, and J.D. Vance did absolutely what a vice president should do yesterday. He stood behind his president, but he also stood for his country. These two men are making America proud again. We're making America respected again, and we're making America great again. And that's what I voted for, and that's what 70-something million Americans voted for. So, you people on the left, you better figure it out. We're not playing your game anymore. You are not in charge here, and you are not going to dictate how things are done in this White House. Get it? Got it? Good.